Hello, you wonderful people. So for today's video, I'm going to talk about the teaser trailer that dropped for season 3 of Marvel's Runaways. If you haven't seen it already, I'll include a link to it in the description down below. Obviously, it's this almost going to be like a week later by the time you see this, but regardless. The fact of the matter is there's a lot of interesting things that we get just from this teaser. Basically, it seems like there's some kind of darkness that's tied to Nico, played by Elizabeth Hurley. I was like, whoa, that's cool. But because that's so interesting, because obviously that's something that hasn't really been talked about too much. It's been hinted at. Obviously, season 2, we really saw it kick up. Whatever's inside of Nico, like, really coming out, especially when she fought her parents, like, that really, whatever that is, it's something I'm wondering, did Tina ever, deal with it, or is it something specific to Nico, is the big question. Because out of anyone's situation, hers is the one that is the most mystical, because everyone else's stuff is, you make an argument, it's like very technological, like obviously like Molly's superhuman strength, it came from like a rock and stuff, like, so there's science fiction behind everyone's abilities except for Nico's. Hers is the most like magic bait. Then on top of that, well, because obviously last season we saw like a good chunk of the parents got possessed. This season it almost seems like everyone's possessed. It's interesting. The one group we haven't seen obviously is Alex's parents. They're the Wilders are the ones we haven't seen at all. But everyone else's parents, it seems like, have fully been possessed, because the last time we saw Chase, Carolina, and Chase's mom. But it seemed like at one point we see her walking on water, his mom, so I'm thinking she got possessed as well. They're trying to figure out which one, because apparently like the one that, because I didn't even think about this until after the season was over. It's like, right, of course the other one would be inside of the Carolina's, mom inside of the baby. It didn't even cross my mind even think, because I had kind of assumed it might have been an Alex, because Alex kind of went a little dark side a little bit last season. We kind of saw a little bit of stuff, a little bit more of a darker side of him last season, so I thought that might have been the case. But then again, I'm saying all this, but it could just be straight up that, like, hey, it's a Gilborum baby and that's what it is. So it might not be that it's necessarily possessed. I mean, who knows? Because at the end of the day, like, Carolina's mom doesn't know who the baby daddy is, so it could, so that is a whole thing in itself. So it's interesting to kind of have that all kind of tied together. Obviously, this is a teaser, so we don't get the full scope of everything. But what's also interesting, and this is something I knew about ahead of time, I didn't read too much into it, but I saw it being a thing, that Cloak and Dagger would make an appearance this season. I was like, what? Awesome crossover! Which is interesting, because obviously I don't want to go into spoilers if you haven't seen Marvel's Cloak and Dagger season 2, especially how season 2 ended. I was curious like where their journey would take them next, and now it seems like into this story, to my knowledge, it's only supposed to be like a 1-episode crossover, so it might not be like the biggest thing. But it's interesting because it seems like in particular is going to tie in with Nico's story, because I guess the darkness inside of her, maybe it drew connection to whatever's inside of Ty, like the darkness that's inside of him, maybe it connected there, or maybe there was some kind of like meeting in the middle, because her powers do kind of seem at least on some level similar to Tandy and Ty's. So I'm curious about that, and what they end up doing with that. So I thought that was just kind of a nice, like, dude. So like I said, there's still not much we got from this season, just little out of context stuff. We probably won't get the full scope of everything until we get a full trailer, which probably won't get one for like probably another month. It'll probably be like late November, early December by the time we get one, considering the fact is this comes out, the new season drops December 13th. So I'm very excited to see, where what else comes about. Like, I can't wait to see where things kind of go this season. But really, that's all I want to talk about today. So we may be happy, be safe, live life to the fullest, and enjoy it. Good day and goodbye.